Oxford Real Estate and Calculations Group, a member company of Oxford International Group, took up group managing directors, and operations managers to an all-weekend retreat. Just like the saying goes, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, so fun and games were not left out of this outing at Barracuda Beach Resort. The retreat, which kicked off on Friday, 30th October 2020, started about 11:30 a.m. with refreshment. Then there was the first training session taken by Mr. Segun Ayo, who spoke on leadership and beckoned on the intending leaders to always delegate and embrace teamwork.
I looked up the size of an ant, and they say they range from 0.030 to about 2 inches max. Oh, Oxford is big. Oxford is making everybody know Oxford. Truly, what is our balance sheet? Can we compare ourselves with any bank? Can we compare ourselves with some microfinance? Can you, if you want to talk GTP, some of us have worked in some places, you've seen balance sheet and you will be shaking. Is that happening to us as a company? The answer is no. And for us to make it happen, just like Mr. Sam said, if you know me very well, I do what? I delegate. It is that delegation that has brought you and I here to become MD so that the name, the brand can become what we ought to be. Irrespective of the load that an ant carries, they don't underestimate it. Most times you see that what they carry is what is bigger than them, true of us. Yes. So we are saying what? Don't do what? Irrespective of your size, don't do what? Look down, don't underestimate the load. The target that Oxford is giving to every one of us, the dream that Oxford has is bigger. We can't carry the load. But first of all, you must understand, as a leader, as an MD, this load might look too big. So there may be load on your head now, as an Oxford person, as an Oxford MD. Mr. Sam is telling you, I can be wicked because I want performance. I want results. So what are you supposed to do? Begin to associate yourself with people that can give you that money. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. That was just a joke. So like I'm saying, don't underestimate the load you are carrying. We are fortunate to be a part of this thing. As leaders, please, I want us to do what? Value teamwork. They said it's not, if one man is doing it, can only do much as he or she can handle. But with a team, greater heights, that's what we achieve. So as leaders, you are not Oxford Calculation. You are not Oxford Real Estate. You are Oxford Real Estate and Calculation. So if you remove half like this, you guys will not work together. If your PS feel, oh, I'm closer to my GMD, I cannot work with this or that, there's wala. So please, teamwork is what? Required. One thing again I want us to learn from is the ants are well organized. Ants are what? Well organized. So I want us to organize our team in a manner that will work well and bring about efficiency, that will bring about the result. The opportunity we have here as workers here, as staff here, I tell you, you don't have it most times when you're even in some structured organization. But the opportunity you have here, you're in a structure that can make you blow overnight. If you are familiar with that word, you can do what? Blow overnight. One day I saw them in my presence at your office. They were presenting Lexus, presenting Island, and I saw some of them back here today. Tell yourself the truth. If you are in a bank, will the target you have today be the same? No. It will be higher. Yeah. And the reason why they will make it higher is because they don't want you to be promoted. Because they don't want you to move forward, keep serving. You are with people that have the vision, especially the chairman, the GMDs, that want you to also prosper as they prosper.
The second session started off with a lunch break between 2:30 to 3:30 p.m., after which Mr. Sidney Ubeda took a training on goal setting and a change of mindset to achieve more in business and in life.
Let me start by saying that the best thing that can happen to you, best thing that can happen to you, the truth. I'd like you to write it down. Really. The best thing that can happen to you is not you being given a car. a car. It's not you being given a brand new house. That's not the best thing that can happen to you. It's not you giving, they give you a visa to Canada. That's not the best thing that can happen to you. Seriously, on a serious note. The best thing that can happen to you is a change of mindset. That's the best thing that can happen to you. You know why? Because that is what we guarantee all these other things to come for you. I don't know whether you take out time to ask yourself what differentiates you from the chairman. I don't know whether you think about it. I do a lot. I ask myself, what's wrong? What's going on in this guy's head that is not going on in my head? The reason for the success in the business is not because he is an Harvard graduate. It's not because he has gone to one whatever certification. It's just because there's a way he thinks. Now, why am I starting with this? Real estate group has spent, as at the last calculation, over 3 million naira to put this together. Over 3 million naira to put this together. So if we go home, yeah, and if we go home and nothing happens, we just wasted that money. You know why? It should have been easy for us to call a caterer, gather ourselves in the hall, and eat our food. We won't spend the 1.5 million naira we are spending on accommodation. We won't spend the 90,000 naira we spent on fuel. We'll still eat rice, even play music, and go. That will play music for us. And we'll all go home, abi? But for the fact that we are spending that amount of money, I want every one of us here to take advantage.
Then it was Saturday morning. The day started with an exercise session at 7 a.m., which was done to clear the mind, spirit, and soul for the new day and accept new ideas. And between 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., the chairman Oxford International Group, Dr. Teniola Adesonya, took the team on developing capacity, where he told the team to always think like there's no box, because to succeed in business, one has to always be proactive at all times.
What I came here to do is to let you know, or to show you, that life is not that difficult as you think it is. We are getting to understand that what is expensive can become cheap if we know what we are doing. Okay, I'm also here to tell you firsthand part of the mandate of Oxford, why we are where we are, where we are going, and how we want to get there. And one of the things I also need to let you know that we run a company that looks as if we don't have a blueprint. But today, I can tell you what will happen in Oxford in the next 1 year. Facts, figures, data. My name is Tenny Adesonya. I have an honorary PhD from the University in Dominica. And they just look at me and say, yeah, take. I am part of 5 institutes in Nigeria. Institute of Chartered Institute of Consultant, Management Consultants. They just look at me and dash me. I'm also part of Chartered Institute of Insurance Brokers. They just look at me and dash me. Recently, I was added to 3 other institutes. Institute of Oil and Gas Practitioners. They just look at me and dash me. Yesterday, I was co-opted as a fellow in Chartered Institute of Credit Administrators. They just look at me and dash me. So, I discovered that one of the ways to excel in life is to first go and prove yourself. So when you go out there and prove yourself, when you come back, you become an entity that people want to associate with. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to a motivational speaking that I call 1 for 3. Every individual that cannot function in a tripartite angle of himself or herself cannot make it in life. Let me explain that. For every one of you, you must function as if you are functioning like three of you. One, you have to be poor. That's number one. You have to be an average Nigerian, and you have to be rich. That's the three categories of people that we have. Some people consider themselves average. You know, we have to create that to motivate ourselves that we are not poor. So we stay in the middle. We are neither rich nor poor. You know, people that live in Egbeda, they have this mind that they are not poor because they are not staying in the country. So they are in the average. They will tell you, I thank God I can feed myself for 3 square meals. I can send my children to school. I earn well, if you ask Mr. Sam. At least I'm building. So they consider themselves an average person. But the truth of the matter is, for every tripartite angle you are looking at wealth, the most important is the last. Ability to do what you want, when you want it, how you want it, irrespective of how people want it to be. That's that last one, being the rich. Now, my topic this morning is going to be streamlined to the individual you are trying to bring out in you. So many of us, everything we have done so far can only qualify us as being a poor person. Poor in mind, poor in relations. Most of the things people get today, they don't deserve it. That's the mindset of somebody in the middle. When things happen to them, they feel it's grace. Because they feel all their family members and all their generation cannot have it. I also discovered that something will look so beautiful in front of you when you don't know about it. Someone will bring a 22, maybe a 2009 car and say, come and see. He has G and say, wow. You see, our exposure goes a long way to attract the kind of growth we have in business. You have a company and you are making 5 million a month and you say back to back, I've been making target. The income you make cannot only make you a millionaire, it cannot make maybe the tiniest person in your company a millionaire, and yet you have been parading yourself with back to back. So one of the things you need to look at this morning is to shift, it's called it mind game, is to shift your attention from the norm and beginning to think about what you have not thought before. If your mind tried it in this morning, probably you get a paper and say, what are my thoughts about the kind of hotel I like? So many of us will write Havana. We are here. Havana Hotel. Havana is not even 1 star. So you cheat and say, let me write a quote there. Now, you are writing something that is not normal. It begins to shift your mind. Want my choice of car? Toyota Camry. No. Let me write Bentley. What you are doing to yourself, you are shifting your mind from the norm. In business, this is the strategy to do. This is what Mr. Sam did. If Mr. Sam knew better, probably he would have been in the United States by now. So you don't want to do what he did. You want to do better than him. So you have to shift from the norm. And what is the norm? You become MD. You create an OPS. You have subsidiary. You become MD. You create an OPS. Why can't I have an MD summit where every 1,000 people that came to the hall, all of them becomes MD? There are so many other strategies you can have that will make you blow. If you decide to do it in 1 year, you can do it in 1 month. Okay. So the next one, what type of clothes do I like to wear? Where do I buy them from? Let me change. You will discover that the normal day-to-day life thought, if you can shift from it, it will also shift your focus in business. People feel people that are prosperous are people that don't sleep. They are intelligent people. They are extraordinary people. They are people that can speak. No. People that do well in business are people that don't think like normal people. When everybody is thinking this way, we are thinking that way.
Other speakers at the retreat, as well as the convener, Mr. Sam Agwu, the Group Managing Director, Oxford Real Estate and Calculations, lent his voice by advising the team to put into good use all the teachings of the speakers at the retreat.
This retreat, which we termed Managers Retreat, was born out of the need to have managers, have managing directors, have heads of operations, and other heads of departments getting to know each other, and then trying to see how we can move the business of Oxford forward. Well, I took over some weeks ago as the Group Managing Director of Calculations, which was a group on its own before now. And I am coming from Oxford Real Estate Group. So I thought of what I could do to make these persons who have before now been in different groups. So I thought of what I could do to make them get used to each other. And that was because I discovered the fact that each time we come for a meeting, each time we have a gathering, you see people that are coming from Calculations Group on one side, and those that are coming from Real Estate Group on the other side. So I thought of what I could do. I said, okay, let's have a thing like this where they can get to be free, unwind. I mean, in a relaxed environment. So they get to know each other, they get used to each other, and at the same time, they are learning. And I thought of what I could do. I said, okay, if I bring people from Oxford who they are used to, I may not get the achieved result, or rather the desired result. I may not get what I desire. I said, okay, let's get outsiders, come talk to them. Outsiders come address them. Outsiders come teach them. So that's why we brought seasoned speakers from different areas of life. As you can see behind me, they are having fun. They are actually having a game, and everybody is getting to know each other. Everybody is getting to get used to the other person, which was not something that we had before now. So I want to appreciate the chairman of Oxford International Group who made this possible, because if he had not given us that platform, we probably would not be here today doing this. And to cap it all, he actually came himself to grace the occasion.
Our GMD thought it wise to bring us all together since the merger, to bond, so we can interact with each other and also to build our capacity. And we've been having series of trainings, we've been having series of outdoor activities, and we've also learned a lot. Especially most of the facilitators, most of the people that have come to, broaden our mindset to just what we used to know. Now we are being exposed to how we can build synergy with one another, with how we can work together as a team to achieve one common goal. This is what we are here for.
I want to firstly appreciate the able shaman, Dr. Teniola, who has given the platform for us to have to grow, and giving the platform for us to have our potentials displaying in one way and the other. In other words, to meet our own personal goals and, of course, the Oxford International Group goals.
The retreat came to a close on Saturday, November 1st, with so much fun, such as beach outings, games, food, and more fun. It is always good to unwind after several months of being cooped up with work. Even though this was a work outing, it was a good way to relax the team as well.